for you and I, this is just it's not even a Tuesday, but it's an average day conversation. For some people, that is a lot of information, a lot of dates, a lot of data to kind of go through. So I just wanted to kind of almost not rehab the same conversation, but
okay,
summarize and simplify it.
The FSA are corrupt.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the major bullet point here, I think, folks. Most people will get that from most of the things that we point at and go, yeah, because it's human nature and the late stage capitalism. People got to make that bank. You want your bag, you want to feed your family, you got to eat. I can't blame people for hustling. It's that whole expression of like, look, I don't blame piranhas for existing, but fuck me, I'm not swimming in that water. Do you know what I mean? It's the scorpion and the frog for anyone that whole thing.
You highlight a key issue there, mate, because you've been on your journey, I've been on my journey. We know this, that, and the other. Going back to what I was saying earlier about watching to see the government's true intention with cannabis and cannabinoids, right? Sometimes it's easier to be frustrated not knowing what's going on than it is to try and describe things that you do know that's going on. And certainly with novel foods, I mean, yeah, a lot of people might be thinking, well, it's CBD products. It's not exactly full fat.
But I think what I wanted to circle back and surmise a bit and then go into is exactly that, and to show people why you aren't going to have your fucking homegrown THC, why we're not going to have full plant. It's language. It's what I've been sat here screaming for years, and I've been shouting at it every meeting, every stage, every article I write. It's all about the language, as you said there. They just no, you got it wrong, and then they gaslight you and go, no, what we meant was this, and you're like, well, no, these are the legalese defined terms. These are literally the words. Like I said, then just change up the script, and I've seen it. So many great people in the space just burnt out because they can't handle being gaslit like this. They can't handle just constantly feeling insane because it's every time you grasp at something, they go, oh, no. And then you grab another thing, and then they just keep switching and changing between it all. But I think, as you said, that what is happening with CBD links back to, as you said, it was GW Jazz these days. I don't know what they've actually formalized their trading name as at the minute.
It's GW. I'll tell you why in a second.
All right. So it goes back to them, as we've alluded to in previous episodes of this, that just what would be the perfect R&D? What's the perfect market research? Oh, we need to get 1,000 people together in a room. We have to get this product and all this. We have to, what if we just let it be, let it happen? And like you said, then they come along and we want to look at these samples and go, why are you looking at, it's just CBD. We'll just look at CBD. And then they get all these companies to do these toxicology reports. They go, oh yeah, it's for your safety though. And then none of them are used. They're getting the people this live data in action, and they're just accruing that data and just, yep, building it up, and then they come along, change the rules, and like you said, their preferential client comes through, and everyone else that killed themselves to build that industry, that were on the market stalls dealing with the bigotry and the ignorance of people going, CBD, that's cannabis, that's marijuana, and having to change that. That was won by the hearts and minds of people on the fucking high streets, all the CBD and fucking hemp companies. I don't like saying that word, but all you hemp companies out there, this is the one thing I will doff my cap. You motherfuckers went out there and you changed some minds of people that were like, oh, the leaf, oh my God. Granted, I feel you did it in the wrong way, and you may have gone, oh no, that's the hemp plant, and further demonized and vilified us, but you at least moved the needle forward. And I think we're now at a point where it's so interchangeable. People go, oh, CBD, oh, marijuana, medical cannabis, They just go, oh, when they sort it out. They're resigned to letting the same cabal of motherfuckers that have destroyed our culture, kept us under the boot for 70, 80 odd years, wherever we're approaching at this point, from being able to just have these conversations. And now the time is there. They're censoring us out of them. They're removing us from it. Like I said, they're making us feel insane, and they come in their business suit with all their money and all their clout and all their mates from school. They're like, oh, we can do this. Yes, logistics license. I know someone at the Home Office. I'll ring the FSA now. And it's like, you have all of that, but you haven't been in the trenches. You didn't fight the war. You haven't been scared of your door going off because of the plans you need to keep yourself going. You don't know what it is to be sat around sharing a joint with a bunch of people and somebody called roach rights. You know what I mean? You don't know our culture. You don't know fucking 420 and come along to it and pretend, but you don't know the struggle. You don't get to, I'm getting fired up, sorry, but you don't get to be that person. We need you, but fuck me, you need us more, because all you're doing is pissing your billions into the wind right now of R&D and trying to get to, cannabis will be freely available, just not from the plant.
Oh,
Like,
cannabis won't be available, mate. It'll be cannabinoids.
that's what I mean. Cannabinoids, not
Yeah.
cannabis. Yeah, and I feel that's the end goal, is that as long as they can make sure I will be targeted for having plants in the house, no matter how medical it gets, no matter how legitimate, no matter how available and abundant it is on the high street, no matter how represented it is in culture, they'll still want to be able to target me for being self-sufficient. And that to me speaks to of no matter how good they try and make that industry, it's predicated on the wrong direction. You liberate us first, then you build an industry. And most of us don't want to be part of your industry, so we'll leave you alone. But if you try and build this on us while we're still active, we're going to tear down the foundations of this bitch.
You got to breathe?
I'm breathing. I'm cool. We're fine. I'm sorry. I see. I've been up for 2 weeks. This is what happens. I don't talk for 2 weeks. And I'm like, let's burn it down. No, we're cool. I've got my rant out. That was quite concise.
Oh,